Hello, and welcome to NECAT's Feel Good Friday, where we talk to local nonprofits about their missions here in Nashville. I'm Dana Shoring, NECAT board member, and I am joined today by the folks at Nashville Cares, the premier HIV/AIDS service organization in Middle Tennessee. We are talking to Max Maxwell, Cares Director of Development, Tyee Link, Cares Program Director, and Dwayne Jenkins, My House Director. We will be discussing the upcoming virtual AIDS Walk on November 21st, learn more about the programs CARES offers, and talk about My House, a partnership between CARES and StreetWorks that aims to provide medical services and a community center for the LGBTQI community. Welcome, everyone.
Hey.
Hey, go.
Thank you for being here today. So Max, let's start with you. I know CARES serves more than 50,000 people statewide and provides targeted education, free and confidential HIV testing, and a broad range of comprehensive services. The impact your organization has is incredible. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you serve people living with or at risk for HIV in Middle Tennessee?
Okay, well, as you know, Nashville Cares has been around for 35 years. And, our primary goal and our mission statement is to end HIV and AIDS in Middle Tennessee. So everything that we do is in efforts to make sure that we accomplish that. So we offer people a variety of services, from client services to HIV and Hep C testing, HIV prevention education, behavioral health information, insurance assistance, and then we also have My House. So, we're doing everything possible to give a holistic approach to people that are in need.
That's incredible. So can you tell me how the Nashville AIDS Walk, which I know is coming up on November 21st, I know it's also had to be virtual this year, but can you tell me more about this event and how people can get involved?
Right. Well, the AIDS Walk, as you said, it is virtual, this event this year, and we took a different twist on it. So instead of just celebrating it on November 21st, we started a 35 days out in recognition of 35 years of Nashville Cares. So on actual November the 21st at 10 o'clock a.m., we will have a small group of people, of some of our key sponsors and some of our volunteers that will be here at Thompson Lane at our headquarters. And we will have a virtual in-place type of celebration, to whereas we'll have speakers, we will do some fitness exercise instructions, and then some people will take like a short ceremonial walk right around in the area. But we're also encouraging people in your own neighborhoods to get out and walk with friends, again, utilizing social distance, make sure that you're being safe, and again, just trying to keep the energy up, not you losing the awareness and the importance of this very important event.
That sounds like you've really come up with an innovative way to still have the walk in this strange year, and also come up with a longer runway for fundraising. So can you tell me a little bit about these 35 days of fundraising? Are there events each day? How can people get involved?
So each day there's a different theme. So one day it may be go to your coworkers and give a challenge to your coworkers. Somebody might be having a fish fry in their neighborhood. Someone might be coming up with 35 best recipes. So there are no ends in terms of what you could do in terms of raising money. So we're just coming up with ideas each day. We will bring a speaker on that will talk about the importance of being engaged, because what happens with AIDS and HIV affects everyone in the community. So we're just trying to get people engaged. So maybe you've got children, they want to have a lemonade stand. Maybe you've got someone, if you ride your bike 35 miles, someone is going to give you something in terms of financial help towards your goal. So we're trying to make sure that when people are giving, that they're giving in increments of 35. So you could give 35 cents, $3.50, $35, $350, and of course we'll take anything on the other side of that. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to make sure that we're getting everybody involved, and there's a way for everybody to participate.
That is That sounds like a really fun way to fundraise and a really unique opportunity. You mentioned that you have, speakers and events and stuff almost every day. Where can people view this?
Well, they can actually go on YouTube, or they can go to the Nashville Cares website and actually click on and follow some of these speakers that will be out there. And they're on a variety of topics, touching on a lot of issues that affect people that are concerned about HIV and AIDS. And all of these things are possible because of the great sponsors that we've got on board. And we've got Gilead on board this year, and Dollar General, and Walgreens, and 92Q, and WKRN2 TV. So, it's been really an eclectic and a holistic approach from the sponsors and the community that's making this all happen.
And how much are you hoping to raise this year? What's your goal?
Well, our target is 150,000, and we're right at around 65,000 right now. We've got about 23 teams and about 170 people that are engaged.
Oh, wow. That is a lot, but there is still room for more strides. More strides. All right. So there's still time to register, still time to get involved. That website was NashvilleAIDSWalk.com.
.org.
NashvilleAIDSWalk.org.
Mm-hmm.
Can you still sign up as a team?
Or sign up as a team. You can sign up as an individual. You can join teams that are out there, but all the information is on the website. You can just go to it, click on it, and find out where you want to fit in, where you want to help. And we definitely have a place for you.
All right, that sounds like fun. Is there anything else you want to add about the AIDS Walk this year, especially about that day of? You said that there are some events at your agency on November 21st.
Right, as I said, we're having a very small event at the agency on that day, probably about 25 or so people, which is really just the sponsors and some of the key fundraisers, but everybody else is going to be mimicking what we're doing at our location, at their own locations, at their homes, in their neighborhoods, or wherever they decide to get together with other friends. But at the end of the day, we're all coming together to support this very important cause. So my final words are: get engaged, get involved.
That is great. Thank you so much for that, Max. I've participated in the AIDS Walk for many years, and it is always so much fun, such an engaging event, and you're raising money for such a great cause. So thank you.
Thank you.
So don't forget, that's on November 21st, but you can sign up now at NashvilleAIDSWalk.org and start participating in that 35 days of fundraising. So we know that the AIDS Walk raises funds to support the services that CARES provide. And I am joined today by Tai E, and she's been with CARES for about 8 years. And you spearhead many of the agency's services. So can you tell us a little bit about your role and the programs that you oversee?
Oh, definitely. Thank you for the invitation to be here. So my basic role is to create and implement programs for our clients, people living with HIV, as well as their affected family and friends. We also participate in community engagement and community education at various universities, having our clients go and speak so we can educate the providers, because that's just as important at those agencies. So that's my basic role.
So how have you had to adjust that role during the pandemic?
It's been challenging, but also rewarding. We had to go virtual with all of our groups. And we have various groups: women's groups, men's groups. We have spiritual connections. We have just an open chat. And so we had to really make sure that those groups can go virtual. And we've been very successful in doing that since March. And so they're still going on. We have at least 4 or 5 groups a week, and clients love the social interaction because, of course, everyone had to isolate because of the pandemic. And so they've been really successful in doing that.
So can you give me an example of how these groups work? I know you mentioned men's group, Healthy You, women's group. What goes on in these groups, and how do they support people living with HIV?
So with HIV, there is a stigma that's attached to that. And whereas people, many families don't know, Their own family members may be living with HIV. 1 in 7 people don't even know their HIV status. So isolation is one thing that people either self-isolate or isolated from their family members because of stigma. And these groups provide that social network that they need to not only meet with other people living with HIV and get education, but outside of the community. And so within the groups, we can talk about many different subjects. In our women's group, we talk about health as a woman, how HIV may affect you as a woman, and how HIV may affect other diseases that you may have or other comorbidities going on. And then you're able to talk with other people living with HIV that can understand that specific issue alone.
That is so valuable for people living with HIV. And I think, you mentioned the isolation, which is something that we're all dealing with right now.
Right.
Really finding ways to still engage with people is so top of mind. How have you been able to go virtual? Have you had to, do many of your clients have tablets or phones, or have you had to supply those? And what's that learning curve been like?
Right. So many of our clients had phones, and some of the clients switched their phones out for smartphones. Some of the clients had tablets or computers. And basically we had to teach some clients how to download the software for the meeting on their phone and kind of do test runs, calling them and doing one-on-one virtual chats, by phone and different ways. And quickly clients have been able to adjust and use that platform and teach others in the community. So it not only helps with our virtual meetings, it helps with telehealth appointments, because a lot of the appointments with their providers went to a telehealth platform. So it's really been useful in many different areas to help the community at large, because they can teach their family members who may not even know about their status, but this is how you do a telehealth appointment, since most appointments now are virtual.
It's almost like you're educating them on more than just the value that they're getting for their at Nashville Cares. I mean, it's a learning curve for everybody. And you're right, everything is going to telehealth, everything is going virtual. So having that education and that support to get there is really helpful. Now, who is eligible to participate in your programming?
Most of our programs are for people living with HIV, because they need that space to be able to be free to talk about their HIV health or any issues that they may have related to HIV. But we also have programs that are open to affected family members and friends, that they can also learn and be educated on what HIV is, how it affects your body, and what it's not. Because oftentimes the science doesn't go along with the laws that we have. And so they're able to learn both sides of that. And the walk provides the funds for programs such as that.
Which is why the walk is so important, especially in 2020. Yes. Can you tell me a little bit, Tayi, about why you're so passionate about your work, and if you have any personal, your personal connection to CARES and ending the HIV epidemic?
Oh, definitely. My personal connection is I'm almost 16 years now living with HIV successfully. And it's because of programs like Nashville Cares has that I became involved at first as a volunteer and then as an employee. And those programs help in every way. I've been fortunate enough to have family members that are supportive and friends that are supportive. Many of our clients don't have those family members. And so Nashville Cares supplies that network that is needed for people to live healthy and successful with this disease.
That network, I mean, it's no matter what anybody's going through, when you've got people who are in your corner, you can't put a price tag on that. So
that's correct.
You can tell your passion for it. And I know that the clients you work with know that you care about them because you've been there as well. So that's a beautiful gift to share. Yeah. And I know that you're committed to improving the lives of your clients as a whole instead of just focusing on their disease. And it's that commitment to person-centered care that will have a long-lasting impact on your clients. And this is why the AIDS Walk is so important. So can you tell us why people should get involved in the AIDS Walk this year?
Oh, definitely. I think that some of the things that I talked about, some of the programs that clients need, And it goes from, we've had financial empowerment from banks to people getting life insurances because they either sold their policies because they thought they were going to die when they contracted HIV. So really real life issues that many people deal with, but I think our clients deal with them on a different level because of the stigma attached with HIV. And the walk provides funds that will enable these clients not only to help themselves, but to help their community and all the connections that they have that people don't even, and some people that don't even know that they may have HIV already. So I think the walk will provide all those funds that we desperately need to improve our communities at large.
Yeah. So sign up today.
Yes.
Definitely.
Sign alive.
Is there anything else that you would like to add about your passion for CARES, the AIDS walk, or the services that you provide?
Just to sign up today. If you need some ideas, we can give you some. We can provide some. Sign your churches up. Sign your choirs up. Just get involved. Get involved.
Get involved. All right. Well, thank you so much, Tai. Thank you for sharing your story and for the services you provide at CARES. I'm always impressed with how committed CARES is to reaching out to every demographic living with or at risk for HIV. To better serve the needs of same-gender loving men of color and the LGBTQI community, CARES received funding through the CDC to open My House in 2015. Dwayne Jenkins is the program director, and his passion for serving others is unparalleled. Dwayne, can you tell us a little bit more about My House and how it differs from the programs offered through Nashville Cares?
Hey, Dana, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. Yes, as you mentioned, My House is funded through the Center for Disease Control back in 2015. And our mission is a diverse drop-in center delivering essential support services to today's ever-changing needs of same-gender loving males. And so the importance of it is when I first got to CARES as a volunteer in '94, they just had broad programming of what was going on to incorporate gay and bisexual men in a different way. And so in '96, when I was hired, we started the Brothers United program and Young Brothers United programs, and they had a focus on African American and other Black and Brown communities because of the rate of the virus in those particular segments. So we wanted to make sure that we sort of focused in and had things that were very intentional for that population. And so as the years progressed, then we came up with the idea of actually having a center, a space that people can use. I mean, we were at, Thompson Lane and had a great time while there, but we wanted to do something a little bit different so people can say like, oh, they are really, really focusing in on the needs of the community. And back then, probably 6 years ago or so, when the CDC released that, if we don't change the way we're doing things, 1 in 2 Black and Brown individuals, can be, can live with HIV. And we were trying to slow that trajectory down. And so that's how My House became what it is today. So we're 5.5 years in, and we're really, really excited, especially now that we have the My House clinic.
And where is the My House clinic located? Is it at the Nashville Cares offices on Thompson Lane, or is it a separate entity?
We are in a separate building. We're at 442 Metroplex Drive in Antioch, right off of I-24. And so the My House facility is there, and it also includes the My House clinic. So it's a wonderful one-stop shop that people can come to get programming, to, of course, come in and see the clinic. And of course, we're in COVID now, so it's a little bit different as far as programming is concerned. But as Dr. Tai had mentioned, we were able to switch over and do some things virtually. That has gone very, very well. And now that the clinic is open, we opened on September 1st, we've been able to see patients, and make sure that they're socially distanced. And so that's really been a great way to sort of slowly get back to whatever we're going to call normal very soon.
So what kind of services are provided at the clinic?
So the services at the clinic, oh yes. So let me make sure I get it all down here. So
Yes.
of course we provide PrEP, which is an acronym for pre-exposure prophylaxis. We also have access to PEP, which is post-exposure prophylaxis, HIV, hepatitis C, STI testing and treatment. We have gender affirming care, also known as HART, primary care for insured patients, telehealth services, and more. Most insurances are accepted, including Ryan White Part B, enrolled clients, and TennCare. We also are offering telehealth. We have mental health services. And of course, we still do HIV testing in the clinic and also outside of the clinic, along with all of our other outreach opportunities where people can swing by and do, contactless. We have condom days, we have testing days that we provide here that people can actually come in and they can be out the door in 5 minutes with their HIV test and results. So it's a great opportunity.
That's a lot. That's a lot that's offered at my house. Now, do you need an appointment, and who is eligible?
Well, eligible for testing, anyone is eligible for testing. And right now, for insured patients, we can definitely see everyone at the clinic. So please, 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 shameless plug, give us a call at the clinic at 615-499-7406. Also, if you don't remember the My House name, you can always go to NashvilleCares.org and they will filter it to us, or you can look us up specifically at myhousenashville.org. And then you'll have a list of the times and, the programs that we offer. As I mentioned, many of them are virtual. So please, please sign up and look for us on Facebook and look for us on Instagram. And then you'll see the flyers for the actual date and times and how you can participate.
That's great, Dwayne.
Yes.
So can you tell me about how the Black and Brown, same gender loving, and LGBTQI communities have responded to my house? I mean, that's a laundry list of services and it's eligible to so many folks. What has it been like for these communities to know that there is a resource, designed with them in mind?
It has been absolutely fantastic. It really, really has. And so the people at first, we were trying to go, oh my gosh, we have a space now. And so we wanted to design it a little bit differently. When you walk in, it's a living room. We have an empowerment space, a safe space that people can come. We have games, the old school board games, and we have, of course, all the old school arcade games, everything that people can come in and just be. That's what we wanted to do. So you can just come in, and then if you need any of our services, if you're a person living with HIV, you can see a case manager, you can go to the clinic, you can see a therapist. There's just so many different things. And then how we opened it up to other individuals within the LGBTQ communities here in Nashville, they've been very helpful. So they've hosted a lot of events here, a lot of meetings. We let some of the boards meet here, and we do a lot of things just so people can go, oh, okay, we know where they are. Oh, the space is great. What else can we use it for? We've done some events, of course, through Nashville Pride and also through Nashville Black Pride that have been very, very well attended here. And so it's just getting the word back out. So the only thing that we'll do after COVID is really trying to remind people that, yes, we're still here and you do have a place to come. And again, that's why, this 35 days and trying to plug everybody back in through the walk is really going to be very important, because after that, people can go, oh my gosh, yes, there's an AIDS walk. Oh, HIV and AIDS is still around. This is something else that we have to support, not only just COVID, but just something that's important as HIV AIDS. And Nashville Cares being in its 35th year, people may know the name, but they may go, oh, okay, yeah, they got it going. It's like, we do, but we still need your services. So
we still need your help.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what has been the most rewarding part about opening My House? I know you said you've been with CARES since you started as a volunteer for 1994. So you've seen it all.
Yeah, looking for my pin. I'm looking for a car at 25 years. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm getting the social plug. But the one of the things it's just how the community is open for change. And so one of the things that COVID has showed is that we really have to be ready to shift and make things different. And for this particular focused population on, Black and brown individuals who are same gender loving or even questioning, it was important that they find a space that was safe. And when they come in, they see themselves in the staff, they see themselves on the walls, they see themselves in the programming. And so then that opened it up to leave a wide variety of other programming and just events for them to come in and do that. So I think just having done exactly what they wanted, because it took years to get here. And then we did a whole bunch of needs assessments and surveys. And one of the things I was most proud of is I think all the top 10 things that the community wanted from us through my house before we opened, we gave them exactly down to where it was. I think this was the second spot, and that was the second location that was on there. So we even got down to the second location where they thought would be the most accessible. So I was really proud about that and giving them exactly what they wanted.
Yeah. So there's no excuses to access my house. We've given you everything you want. Please go check it out.
Yes, indeed.
And what is my house doing to support the AIDS Walk?
Oh, what aren't we doing? We are trying all kinds of things. We used to be able, again, post-COVID, we were able to, pre-COVID, we were able to have some different shows here because the space is large enough to show the many, many talents of the staff and the community and volunteers. But this year we are going to we have our own My House team. So we're, on social media trying to do that. And it's great because it's friendly competition within, so every day I'm checking where we are as a team. So I know Max said to, go to the Nashville AIDS Walk team, but please check out the My House page if you want. And that would be wonderful. Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Dwayne. Is there anything else you'd like to add about My House?
As the other one said, just know that we are here. If you give us a call at the clinic or on our main line, we will make sure that we are able to do whatever we need to do to get you either tested or just come in and have a laugh. We love to laugh and have a good time. So sometimes people need that, and we are definitely able to give it at My House through Nashville Cares. So please look us up.
All right. Thank you so much, Dwayne.
Thank you.
And thank you, Max. And thank you, Tayi, for joining NECAT for Feel Good Fridays. NECAT is humbled to give your organization a chance to share your story. Is there anything else that we didn't talk about? Anything else that you want to add about Nashville Cares or the AIDS Walk?
No, I think we pretty much hit on all of the major points. The main thing is to get out, find out how you can make a contribution and get involved. November 21st is closer than you think.
That is for sure. Somehow 2020 is slipping by, even though it felt like it was crawling there for a while. So, all right. So you are right. The virtual AIDS Walk is on, is that Saturday, November 21st?
Correct.
You can go to the NashvilleAIDSWalk.org or NashvilleCares.org to register or donate. You can join the My House group. There's plenty of ways for you to participate, engage, and donate to the Nashville AIDS Walk this year. So thank you, Max, Tayi, and Dwayne for talking about CARES on NECAT's Feel Good Fridays. Now, the best part of Feel Good Fridays is that we are fundraising for a different local nonprofit each week. And for the next week, it's Nashville Cares. So for the next week, any money that we raise on Feel Good Fridays GoFundMe page, which is posted on our social channels, that money will be split between NECAT and Nashville Cares. So it's a great way to give back to both invaluable organizations. And if you're watching online, you're also welcome to share this link and encourage others to learn more about NECAT and Nashville Cares. Thank you guys so much. I always love chatting with the folks at Nashville Cares. As Dwayne said, it's one of the most fun organizations I've ever had the privilege of working with. So lots of laughs, lots of fun, and more importantly, they are doing great work for those living with or at risk for HIV in Middle Tennessee. So thank you guys so much for joining us on this week's Feel Good Friday, and we will see you next week.